Do you aim to be a farmer at some point? Is that?
Yes, I think I do. Well, I do. Yes.
So you want to be a farmer, either operate or own a small farm? Is that your goal?
Yeah, hopefully one day own a small farm, 1 to 3 acres.
Well, yeah, we've thought about becoming farmers in the future.
Yeah.
It's a scary thought because it can be a really big thing.
Yes, I do. I don't know in what capacity or how officially how much of an official farmer I will become, but yeah, I hope to be able to one day grow food and know a lot more about growing my own food as much as possible.
Can you describe the vision of what kind of farm you want to have, what you want to grow, how it would operate and interact with the community?
That's a good question. I can definitely see myself growing food, growing produce for the community, whether through CSA box or at markets, and keeping it small scale so that it's achievable and there's more potential for more farms, which equates for more farmers on the farms.
I think the sort of farming operation I'd like would be almost a kind of self-sustaining system in a way. Something with like pretty few inputs so it can just kind of survive on its own. And definitely a focus on education and like sharing the knowledge of people.
Well, I would like to just be self-sufficient enough, so I don't have any kind of commercial dreams yet. But I guess I just want to learn enough about seasons and companion planting and permaculture to kind of waste less materials and save money and eat as healthy and fresh as possible.
Maybe just like market garden type of farm with a milking cow.
And rhubarb.
So a bit self-sustainable, a bit just like little income market stall kind of produce, probably.
And things like rhubarb,
garlic,
like what you've said.
Chestnuts.
So maybe not lettuce, although lettuce could be okay.
Can you tell us what kind of experience you've got so far?
So I've worked on farms and I've got some of my family members have been in farming, so I've kind of grown up about farming.
Last summer I did a little bit of work with a company called Worm Lovers, and they are a really interesting company who work across council, business and they work across like councils, businesses, schools and domestic environments, just kind of selling worm farms and selling worms, and they have a really interesting approach to proving to businesses how much of like an economic I guess the economics behind saving waste or
the economics of worms.
Yeah, I did a course in biodynamics.
Yeah.
Just really a broad course about all different topics, but that was really good, and just have those conversations with people.
What about the forest, or can you speak a bit about Dalpura? What you?
Yeah, Dalpura. Dalpura is a big kind of agroforestry block out in the country. It's basically I'm just doing maintenance there at the moment, so it's like thinning and a bit of planting and watering of the new trees which have gone in, and just looking at projects which you can kind of make a bit of money out of some of the resources which are already there.
Yeah.
So that's,
and there's of course this fence.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah, we can do some fencing.
Yeah,
But,
could have fooled me.
we've worked at a place that was like a mini farm,
Yeah.
Wollongara, and just to get that feel of that lifestyle.
Community,
Yeah, community.
collecting eggs every morning, stuff like that.
And chooks, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Chooks, of course.
All of it's been in Canada within the past 4 years. I've done 2 unpaid internships, which went for 6 months each, and I've done 2 paid apprenticeships, and then kept working for the past this year at one of the places where I apprenticed, which was a small community organic farm, which was also an incubator farm, similar to what you guys are doing here.
So it sounds like you've done your time, and you're looking for land now. Is
That's
that
correct, yeah.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you looking?
So far I've looked in just a bit north of Melbourne, around Strathbogie Ranges, Euroa, Violettown, Seymour area. I've been there for a few weeks, and it's just been a week or 2 here on the peninsula, searching out land and relationships and seeing what opportunities are there. And then next week I'm heading to New South Wales, Coffs Harbour, sort of Bellingen area, scoping out the subtropical climate, and hopefully along my way I can, make some sort of plans and go somewhere for the next year.
What is it? What's the appeal about farming? What's drawing you to it?
I think it's something that I thought I couldn't do, and then the more I kind of started from scratch and spent more time in the garden, I just felt really empowered by it, and I felt like I was teaching myself things. And I don't know, I work at a desk behind a computer for money, so I just felt like the complete opposite to how I thought I'd spend my adult life. I don't know, it's the opposite to having something on a screen that is intangible. I guess farming, watching something grow, learning, failing. It's kind of just feels natural, and just there's something really right about it.
Well, I like the idea of, in a way, being your own boss, kind of being up against nature in a way, and always having to think on your feet, adjusting to how you do things.
Swapping food. I want to milk the cow every morning and collect eggs every morning. That's all I want to do. And bring children and old people. Yeah, I don't know. Community.
We don't know yet, of course. It's fun.
That's our dream.
Yeah.
So what's motivating you to become a farmer? You sound really driven. You're doing your time. What is it that draws you to farming?
I think overall it's just taking care of the land, the stewardship purpose of farming, knowing that future generations are going to be farming and eating. They're going to need to eat, and so just taking care of the land so that whoever takes on after me can also grow food on it, and so that my kids and my grandkids have a secure food system.
Do you have any expectations around the farming life? What it would be like?
I've heard it's really tough, but I've also heard it's really rewarding. So, not really. I don't have any expectations, other than it would probably be a lot of hard work. No, not really. I think it's just something I want to explore as much as possible, and just see where it goes, or who I meet, or what experiences I get from it.
I guess number one, hard work, and a bit of isolation away from people, I guess, depending on the environment, and just a steep learning curve, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely ready for it. Like you said, I think I've done the time, and it's just taking that big leap to do it on your own, to invest all your money into it and be there by yourself and make those mistakes. And I think that's the best part, to go in by yourself and have the room to make those mistakes so you can learn from them. And the farming experience I've had has been great. The lifestyle has been really enriching. The farmers have done really well.
What do you think's stopping you from doing it tomorrow? What are the barriers? What's in the way? And it could be timing or whatever you feel it is. Stuck in the rat race.
Stopping me from doing it more. I guess I don't come from like a farming background or have never really thought of myself as a farmer, so I don't have that kind of confidence to just go out and do it, or even go out and do as much experience as possible. I always feel like it's a certain kind of person that does that, and I'm a city girl, you know, and I guess I don't think of myself that way, you know.
Resources, contacts, knowledge, money.
Vision.
Yeah.
I think I think
You might
that's
have something else.
I think that's where it starts, really. I think anything's possible, and I don't think, you know, they're barriers, but they're hurdles, aren't they, too, to jump over? Land, commitment, all those things. But, yeah, I think the vision would just be a barrier. Right now, we don't want to do it. That's why we're not.
Why are you choosing to lease, and how is that going to affect your farming operation? Or can you speak to that one?
Yeah. Well, I just seriously don't think I'm in the position to be purchasing property, considering how expensive it is at the moment, and especially in agricultural land and the space you'll need to run a farming production. I'm kind of far away from that. My savings aren't that big to be able to do that, and I think almost every other young person my age is probably in the same boat, not being able to have the funds to buy. It also goes into the fact that I don't really think I really want to buy land, although lots of people do own land, and that's fine by me. But there is a sense of the fact that I'm just stewarding it, looking after it. So I don't see like I own any sort of land. I'm just taking care of it for as long as I can, in the best way I can. And there's also the possibility of someone giving me land, which you can also call that under a leasing. It could be a trade agreement, or it could just be someone giving land for me to work on or steward on. And that's also one of the options I'm banking on, knowing that ageing farmers are aware of the situation and want to support young farmers, and they also love the land that they're on, and I'm sure that they don't want to leave. So it's a good way for both parties to do what they love to do.
Do you see any value in the farmer incubator?
Yeah, I feel like it would give people like myself a lot of confidence to do things that they dream about doing, often daydream about doing, and it would give them that kind of encouragement. And it kind of made me feel like, oh, there's other people out there who have similar thoughts, just, you know, as outrageous as they might be. Yeah, I think it would certainly give people a certain support and confidence to do something that they might spend years and years contemplating.
Yeah, for sure. I was at a farm incubator, like you said, in Canada for a year, and it was so inspiring, and just it showed that these younger farmers could have a community around other young farmers under well mentorship, and they showed that, you know, young farmers can achieve good results and make great food and make great community.
That might help you in your situation?
Yeah, definitely. I think it will kind of provide a pathway into farming, into the experience, and just getting yourself out there. It's just one less thing to kind of deal with, I guess.
And I think doing it together, supporting each other, like what you're planning, I think is a really good thing. Definitely.
Thanks, guys,
Yeah.
for letting
Thanks,
me
Paul.
put you on the spot.
Yeah, I think definitely if the people like you guys are finding land for young farmers to farm on, I'm looking for land too, so obviously I'd be interested, and I appreciate the work that you guys are doing. But more so, I think the main thing for me that I appreciate is that the networks that you guys are making and the movement that you guys are pursuing, building up this drive and this passion, and that's also paralleling me in my journey, and just making a stronger, younger community of young farmers. And so that's going to help me in my thing. So I think we're all in one movement together, so it's great to work alongside like-minded people.
Woohoo. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dave.